Greetings, one and all. Many blessings to you, and I hope that you can hear me. So let's take a quick moment to make sure that you can. I'm hoping. Let's make sure. Let's do a quick sound check. Okay. And so, again, greetings, one and all. I want to welcome you to Aisha Speaks JADE podcast, where I am your hostess and podcast creator. Aisha, also lovingly known as Jade. Let me just say that there are a lot of devilish functions that are trying to keep me and those that are around me, in a negative space. But Nam Yoho Renke Kyo, Nam Yoho Renke Kyo, Nam Yoho Renke Kyo. I will not allow it. So after saying all of that, welcome one and all again, whether you are local, global, internationally. Just let me know if you feel comfortable enough, what city and state you're listening or tuning in from. And again, you are presently listening or tuning in to Aisha Speaks Jade podcast. And tonight's topic is a new study, which is sleep is literally a deep clean for your brain. So sleep washes away all that toxic stuff, that junk, that gunk that builds up in your brain. So do you really want to leave it there? Like, are you one of those that want to, first of all, there's no judgment. So if you want to leave it there, that's you, because that's your brain. But if you don't want to leave it there, then we're going to try to figure some things out, because we don't want to leave that toxic or negative stuff piled up in our brain, because it doesn't do anything but wear us down mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. So researchers are constantly adding interesting new additions to the long list of reasons we sleep, from cementing new learning to scrubbing the emotional charge from painful memories, to preventing you from having crabby fights with your partner. So yes, it has been scientifically proven. So a new team out of Boston University, given a little bit of stats or research, has added yet another reason to the list, and is particularly bad news for those who don't manage to get enough rest. Sleep physically washes toxins, including those that can lead to Alzheimer's, from your brain. So, what is a car wash for your brain? Well, there is a new study published, in the journal Science and highlighted in Wired, that builds on earlier studies with mice that suggested sleep physically cleans out toxins that build up around the brain due in its normal functions. So what has been discovered was that during non-REM sleep, large slow waves of fluid were washing over the brain. So the EEG readings help show why. So during non-REM or REM, non-REM sleep, neurons start to synchronize, turning on and off at the same time. And the reason why was because the neurons had all momentarily stopped firing. They didn't need as much oxygen. So what that means is that it's less blood would flow to the brain. So in short, completely non-scientific terms, sleep allows your brain to take a bath, washing off all the toxins that build up just as part of the day's daily business. So what does that mean for Alzheimer's patients? Well, there's good news. There's good news for Alzheimer's patients, bad news for the sleep deprived. So that news is most important for Alzheimer's patients, as it may open up a pathway to new treatments focused on increasing the amount of cerebrospinal fluid that washes over the brain. So finding a way to clear out all of that garbage could be much more powerful than just focusing on one piece of the problem with drugs. Because they're quick to want to give us some drugs, right? And really that's a Band-Aid, but also it's another path of starting a new problem. Then you have to add another pill to try to solve that problem. And it just goes on like a domino effect. But it's not just those suffering from Alzheimer's or one of the many other psychiatric and neurological connections that may be linked to a buildup of brain toxins who should take note. This research has implications for just about everyone who sleeps. So maybe the most important take-home message is that sleep is a serious thing. It really is, because if you don't get enough rest, like everything just seems to be messed up. Things don't go right. So you really, really need to sleep to keep a healthy brain, because it links electrical activity to a practical housekeeping function. So, next time your hand is hovering over the next episode button on that Netflix late at night, or you're pondering tackling just one more work task before you hit the bed, take a moment to remember this study and visualize all of that garbage, all of that negative stuff building up in your brain. If you don't want it to stay there, you don't want that junk to stay there, it's time to turn off the bedside lamp or cut off the switch and prioritize sleep. Make sleep or rest a priority. They say that you should get between 8 to 9 hours of rest. I would be lying if I say that I get that much rest. On average, and I have to be honest with myself, on average, I might get 3 to 5, anywhere between that. If I happen to be sick, I probably get more, but on an average, yeah. And I know that some of that probably contributes to me having PTSD, but I don't want to make that an ongoing excuse. I want to find a method, whatever that looks like. When I get in, maybe just really rest. I have the weekend to look at things. It's not that deep. I have to learn how to do more prioritizing. Okay. Maybe find something on YouTube to help me rest, which I did in the past, and it did. You know what I'm saying? Prioritize by, making sure that I get out here and do the podcast, and when I'm done and things of that nature, just relax from there. Take a shower, a bath, or whatever, some candles, burn some incense, listen to some nice music, relaxing music, or whatever the case may be. We don't want to fall asleep in the tub, but just prioritize to try to get in more rest. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that. This wasn't one of those wow things necessarily. It wasn't one of those business things necessarily. But when you don't have rest, Or if you don't have sleep, sounds so permanent to me. That's why I say rest. And rest might sound a little permanent to people as well. But when you lay down and prioritize, when you get a good night's rest or sleep, you're able to function better. Your moods are better. You're able to work better, whether it's for corporate or working on your own business. It's very, very important to get rest. And I know there's all types of alternatives. So make sure you do yourself that favor and get as much rest as you can. And so if you're not following me, and first let me say thank you to those who may have joined live. Thank you for those that are going to be listening to the replay. And again, if you're not already on my social media, please make sure that you add yourself. I am on Facebook. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I'm on Facebook twice. No, not with this one. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm thinking about my Chit Chat Chew podcast. So this is Aisha Speaks Jade. You can find me at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and I have a YouTube channel. Again, that is Aisha Speaks Jade. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and I have a YouTube channel, Aisha Speaks Jade. When you go to my YouTube channel, please make sure that you hit the thumbnail and the notification bell so that you can stay in the know. You can listen to the replays. You can listen to all of it. You can go back and you can listen live, or you can listen to the replays. I hope that they are useful to you. I hope that you can identify on things. I'm also on LinkedIn. You can find me at Aisha Jade Speaks. LinkedIn, Aisha Jade Speaks. Always keep in mind to love and respect yourself. Know your worth and your value. Create your greatness and your happiness. Most importantly, also create a self-care toolbox for yourself. Get rid of the toxic people. There's a lot of toxic people out here. And when you spot it, get rid of it. Because holding on to it is not going to do anything but more damage to yourself, mentally, emotionally, financially, spiritually. Okay? Get rid of those toxic relationships. And I'm not just speaking about intimate. I'm talking about all toxic relationships. With that in mind, enjoy the rest of the evening and have a better tomorrow. Peace out.